of this second semi-final at the 2026 World Cup is just about ready to get underway. Our referee Ismail Elfath just getting the match ball, and we're ready to restart here. It's goalless between England and Argentina, and really it's been a proper goalless first half with very few chances to even get close to breaking that scoreline. But hope springs eternal. Both managers would have seen enough from their oppositions to think that we can try and work this out in the second half, and we are now underway in the second half. It's myself, Paul Szczerbakowicz, and Cy Barlow taking you through the action. And Cy, it was a tough first half in terms of goal-mouth chances, but then both sides should be able to try and work this out in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think half-time obviously came at a good time. We just had a bit of a false start with the centre kick, by the way. I don't think the referee was too happy about three England players marching into Argentina territory before the ball was sent back to Jordan Pickford, so he might have to go again here. But, yeah, I think, the referee was trying to sort out, quite a lot of fouls and quite a lot of arguments, and he's being crowded by both sets of players at various different times during that first half. We just hope that maybe the half-time interval has calmed things down for a little while. I mean, I think it's going to spice up again at some point in the second half, but right now we just hope we can get a good start to the game in terms of football being played.
No, absolutely. We have now actually started the second half in this game. The ball has gone back to Pickford for a second time. He's cleared it long. It's gone all the way to the edge of the Argentina penalty area, but they've cleared it. Now they're on the charge with Alvarez over the halfway line, just running into too many England players. They're playing the ball back towards Alexis McAllister, and Argentina just slowing things down now around about the halfway line with Lisandro Martinez. Paredes then finding Molina here on the right-hand side in towards Simeone. Molina again, just back towards the halfway line. Paredes being closed down by Anthony Gordon. Just to tell you, there haven't been any changes at half-time, so I'll run you through the 11s in just a moment. We'll just see out this bit of Argentina possession as Tagliafico was moving down the left-hand side. He plays it back into the middle. Argentina trying to start again. But the full 11 for England is Pickford in goal, then a back four of James, Stones, Gahey and Spence. Rice and Anderson are the two holder midfielders, with Rodgers, Bellingham and Gordon as the attacking midfield three playing behind Kane. Argentina, it is Emi Martinez in goal, and a back four of Molina, Romero, Lisandro Martinez and Tagliafico. Four in midfield, Simeone, Paredes, McAllister and Enzo Fernandez, with Messi and Alvarez as the two up front. Ball now played back towards Emi Martinez, who, just like Pickford, didn't have to face a single effort on target. There was just a one shot from Fernandez, which went over the bar. That was really the only shot of note, as a long clearance now from Martinez, and it's a good ball as though. It's nodded down, it's kept alive here by Alvarez. He breaks into the box. Spence is marking me. She's shot at the near post, saved there by Pickford. Ball is back at the edge of the area now with Messi. He shows too much of that to Declan Rice, but then as Messi's on the ground, he still manages to win the ball back, and Alvarez goes for goal again. He hits the side netting. Argentina wants a corner. They shouldn't be getting one. I didn't think there was any touch of an England player there, but the referee has given a corner.
Yeah, a bit slack there, England. Jed Spence got caught. He tried to make amends by leaning on Alvarez, but he's very strong and he got his shot away. Pickford saved, and then within 20 seconds Alvarez is getting another save. He's twisted away from Spence again, left him on the deck, and his shot must have just taken a deflection off Mark Gay, or judged to have taken a deflection, because Argentina have got a corner.
Well, VAR can overturn, isn't it, a corner that's in the favour of the defending team?
They can overturn a corner in favour of an attacking team, but they haven't.
They haven't, and on this occasion the referee is just in fact, he's not doing anything to do with the corner anymore. He's just, in terms of the corner kick decision, what he's doing now is doing a bit of order as the players are pushing and shoving, and Messi takes a short corner to the edge of the area, goes straight back to Argentina's number 10, and he puts a left-footed ball in. Good header away there by John Stones at the edge of the area. It's nodded back in by Lisandro Martinez, but that ball drops to Reece James. He tries to head it on for Anthony Gordon, but the challenge comes in and the ball is played down the right-hand side for Messi. The flag stays down. England were hoping for an offside. Messi then trying to run the ball into the penalty area. Jude Bellingham just marshalling him out for a goal kick.
Yeah, strong work from Jude Bellingham. The two superstars there up against each other, and Bellingham just too strong for him. It was a great tackle from Paredes, though, to set him up. In fact, he was onside. He was onside, yeah. I mean, England defence had gone a little bit walkabout there, and Jude Spence found himself the nearest player to Messi, but he defended his corner really well and got England a goal kick.
He did, which England have now taken short, and they're playing up from the back up towards the halfway line. Bellingham and Anderson now exchanging passes.
England have to up their tempo. They do. I mean, the game was played at a walk. Most of the game was played at a walking pace in that first half. You'd think that would suit Argentina more than England.
Well, if anything, Argentina, when they got the ball, they were quite happy to play at walking pace. I think England were trying to inject a bit of pace into the game wherever they could, but they just struggled to really make any kind of inroads in terms of Argentina's defence. And at the same time, towards the end of the half, Argentina started to see more of the ball. But now a long clearance here from Pickford, looking for Jed Spence. That one's headed away by Simon, but it's a heavy touch in the middle from Enzo Fernandez. Anthony Gordon had a chance, but then it's a heavy touch from him. He leaves it for Christian Romero. England win the ball back now with Bellingham. He spots a pass down the left here for Jed Spence into the penalty area. It's a ball along the deck. It's swept clear by Lisandro Martinez, out for a throw.
Yeah, it's good play from England. Kane couldn't quite get on the end of that crossing from Jed Spence, but again, really positive play from Spence, and again, great work from Anderson to win the second ball there and keep England in possession.
Yeah, well, Jed Spence now taking the throw on for England down the left-hand side. Looking for options left and right, just tries to lob that ball to the edge of the area. It's nodded down by Gordon. The idea was to try and get it into Bellingham, but there was too much of a bounce on that. Then a ball in midfield has been lost by Argentina. Rice is able to step on that, win it back for England, but then the next ball is played back by Anthony Gordon towards Anderson. So England have lost that moment in front of the Argentina penalty area, but they are able to start again now here with Mark Gahey towards Harry Kane from a very deep position this time. Kane around 40 yards out from goal, goes out towards the right-hand side for Reece James. Now it's with Morgan Rogers. Rogers trying to dance away from Tagliafico. He gets a ball. It's along the deck again. It's an easy one for Martinez to clear. Sandro Martinez to clear. It's kept alive on that right-hand side. A header down from Reece James. And there's a bit of a tangle there with Tagliafico and Rogers. It's not a free kick for England, though. Argentina have possession. And Christian Romero always shows very quick feet there. Two England players, Gordon and Bellingham, closing him down. But he's just about able to keep that ball away from both of them. Yeah,
the press was triggered all right, and they were going for Romero, but he really did react very well to that situation.
Ball over the top now, looking for Simeone, but Spence should be there first for England, and he puts in a decent clearance as well, as Gordon falling over actually turns out to be a decent chance there. That's going to be a yellow card there for Christian Romero. This is something that perhaps England can try and take advantage of now, because both of the Argentine centre-backs are on yellow cards.
Yeah, the Argentina midfield overcommitted there, and England escaped, and Jude Bellingham was heading towards goal. He was dragged back by the waist by Romero near the halfway line. I mean, it's a poor area to give away a yellow card back for a centre-back. You know, you're 50 yards away from your own goal, and you've been sort of done by a good bit of work from the opponent, and you've had to drag him back by the waist.
Yeah, I say there is such a thing as taking one for the team, but when it's just a bit of slow and steady possession on the halfway line, it's not really where you want to be giving away yellow card. But Romero put himself into a bit of a awkward position there. He couldn't really see any way out of it. But now it's with Anderson. He spots a good ball down the left-hand side here for Anthony Gordon. Gordon at the edge of the area, getting away from Molina, playing it back towards Anderson, who's immediately being harried here by Enzo Fernandez. Anderson in the end playing a long ball all the way back towards Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, his use of the ball's been fine for me, Anderson. You know, he's happy to go back and keep England in possession. He rarely wastes it. He's covering every blade of grass. He's been England's best player so far.
He has. Elliot Anderson has had a very good game this evening. I'd say that Jed Spence isn't too far behind in terms of how well he's played this evening. Well, just as I say that, though, he was given a real hospital pass there, and Giuliano Simeone has crashed into him, and the referee is telling Simeone to get away. So this will certainly please England, because I think they felt as though a couple of 50-50s in this game have gone perhaps Argentina's way, but this time Simeone is adjudged to have fouled Jed Spence.
Yeah, I mean, Harry Kane's trying to get in the referee's ear whenever he can, and the Argentinian players don't like it one bit, and they're right in his face and trying to get between Kane and the referee to stop him influencing things. But
I could say tongue-in-cheek they don't like it, because of course that's what a few of them would like to be doing with the referee, but
England didn't get the free kick there, did they? We restarted with Argentina in possession, so he saw it a different way there, the referee.
It's a strange one, that, from the referee. After all of that, we said that he'd given England the decision. In the end, it's gone Argentina's way, but now Alvarez doing well to turn at the edge of the area, getting the ball away from Elliot Anderson. Tagliafico now down the left-hand side, back into Alexis McAllister. He switches over towards Nahuel Molina here on the right-hand side. Now it's with Simeone. Back into Messi, who's in a deeper role. Messi finding Enzo Fernandez. He spots the pass down the right-hand side as Simeone at the edge of the ball fired across. It was a decent ball fired across as well by Molina. A lot of pace on that one, but it doesn't quite find an Argentinian target. It's back into midfield. Lisandro Martinez now for Argentina. Square to Paredes. He finds Enzo Fernandez just at the edge of the penalty area. Now Simeone. keeping himself onside. Back to Paredes. Paredes trying a sort of an awkward, quite a sort of elaborate cross, really a diagonal ball to pick out the runner Tagliafico, but he gets it wrong by quite some way, and it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, looks like there's a strong conversation going on between Pickford and Stones about that last period of defending. I think it all came from an awkward clearance that Jude Bellingham made that went in the wrong direction. He was pointing to a teammate to pick Messi up, and the ball was fired in, and he tried to clear it, and it came off his shin and went the wrong way, but England were able to recover.
England were able to recover, and with 9 minutes into this second half, and arguably it's as you were, really, both sides still cancelling each other out, but now Kane trying a quarterback style ball over the top for Morgan Rogers. The challenge stops the initial pass reaching Rogers, but then it's kept alive by Rice, and Rogers gets a ball in. Anthony Gordon is there, and Anthony Gordon from 4 yards out gets there ahead of the defender, and on 55 minutes England take the lead.
Yeah, fantastic play from England. They've got the ball to their key man, Jude Bellingham. He's pulled off a fantastic cross from the right side. Yeah, long ball from Kane, set it up. It was headed clear. He picked up the second ball, and then Bellingham got his head up, saw Gordon making a ghosting run from out to in, and he got on the wrong side of the full-backs and just knock it home at the far post and give England the lead.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Molina's asleep here, though, isn't he?
He is. I mean, there's nobody offside here. It's easily. I mean, the ball initially, Tagliafico does well to stop the initial pass, but then there's nobody covering that loose ball as Rice plays it into Rogers. It has to be said that Rogers was very close to being offside twice, but he certainly looks level on both.
Yeah, I was saying it was Bellingham's cross. Of course, it was Rogers' cross, but one winger to another. Fantastic finish from Gordon.
It's a great ball, though. I mean, it's a great touch from Gordon. He's there, right place, right time, and he guides that ball using the pace. But Anthony Gordon absolutely delighted. Of course, there's a real strong thread of Atletico Madrid in this Argentina team. Gordon now, of course, a new signing for Barcelona, so potentially he's making himself some rivals immediately before he's even got to Spain, but he will not care one jot. He'll be absolutely delighted, as will the nation.
Yeah, it feels like, England's quality came through there. Argentina haven't really been able to show their quality in this game. England hadn't up until that point, but you can see it was oozing class, that goal from Rogers' ball to Gordon's run and finish.
Yes, so 56 minutes on the clock. It is England 1, Argentina 0. England getting the early goal in this second half, and now all eyes on Argentina. How do they respond? Because they've had spells in this game where they've had enough possession to try and upset England and to try and get a goal, but really nothing to speak of in front of the penalty area in terms of actually any sustained pressure.
Yeah, the game changes now. Obviously, Argentina have got to be more, proactive. If Argentina had scored first, you imagine all the time-wasting tactics and all the game management would have come out. England, may well delve into that dark arts, that bag of tricks as well at some point, but I think for now, with still 40 minutes or so to play, they're not going to do that. It's a mistake here from Martinez.
Yeah, Lisandro Martinez giving it away, and it's a ball into Harry Kane. Oh, it was just behind him. He couldn't then use that ball, and Argentina escaped that particular scare, and Messi with a great touch, and now all of a sudden Argentina on the counter. It's Enzo Fernandez, and he feeds in Simeone into the box. Oh, what a challenge that is from Jed Spence. He slides in, last ditch challenge. If he gets that wrong, Argentina have a penalty, and he's getting sent off. But as it is, he slides in. It's an excellent challenge, and it's only a corner kick.
Yeah, what a tournament he's having, Jed Spence. I mean, he gets caught initially here, sort of between two players, not knowing whether to push up or whether to take his man. In the end, he gets caught doing nothing, but he's got that recovery pace to then get back to his man and make that fantastic tackle.
Corner kick to Argentina. England have got to be careful. That counter was far too easy. The way England lost the ball and the way Argentina were pretty much able to play straight through the middle. But Messi takes a short corner. He then gets the ball straight back, whips it in at pace. It's headed away at the edge of the 6-yard box by England captain Harry Kane. One captain crossing, the other captain heading clear. It's out for a throw to Argentina on the right. Paredes takes it, gets it straight back from Lisandro Martinez. And he goes square to Enzo Fernandez, 30 yards out from England's goal. Now it's with McAllister, finding Messi on the right-hand side. Plenty of options in the penalty area if he can get across him, but he goes back to Paredes. And then he goes a square along the edge of the penalty area now for Lisandro Martinez. Still no way for Argentina to get this ball in the box. England are back as an 11, of course. And it's played back to the halfway line now, where Nahuel Molina, the right back, is the last man back. Messi then into McAllister. Simeone back into the middle now for Enzo Fernandez, and he lifts the ball in, or he's put too much on that one. Surely, yes, he has. Pickford is pushed in the air as he was going for that one. But in the end, it will just sail out for a goal kick, and more of the same there. If Argentina are going to spend all that time to just put one ball in the box, they'll be very happy.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a replay of the goal now. The run from Gordon from behind the back of Molina. He doesn't know he's there, does he? He's just got no awareness of Gordon's run behind him, and a simple finish in the end, but he still got the right connection to get it past Emi Martinez. And then, if that's not the biggest moment in the game, then just a minute later, the tackle by Jed Spence to stop an equaliser within a minute of scoring has to be another huge moment for England.
Whoa, nearly a huge moment there. Jordan Pickford stumbling, sort of half stumbling on the ball, and that then puts pressure on Gahey. Gahey then misplaces a pass. England have given it away. It's Messi into the penalty area. Gahey with half a challenge, and then another challenge there. Elliot Anderson gets the ball in, but England are making problems for themselves here, and they still haven't completely dealt with it because Paredes then finding McAllister. McAllister's ball into the box, and Harry Kane almost as a sweeper there, just having to get the ball away. And England are all over the place this side.
Yeah, Argentina have stepped it up though, but definitely England were disorganised there, and it came from Jordan Pickford's delay. He was looking for an easy pass out from the press, and there wasn't one, so in the end he dwelt on it too long, and Argentina were in business.
Yeah, well, we've still got over half an hour to go in this game. If England are going to be camped at the edge of their box as of now, then it's going to be a long half an hour. And as we said, England haven't been watertight in terms of their defence in this tournament, but here comes Simeone now. He puts a cross in, Stones with a header, gets enough on it to get it away from the penalty area, but it's kept alive here by Tagliafico. Back into the middle now here for Enzo Fernandez, and closed down immediately here by Bellingham. He goes square to Molina. Molina back into Romero. The ball into midfield, almost defensive midfielder. Argentina forced a long way back, but they still keep possession now. Romero finding Simeone on the right-hand side.
Kane's marking Messi right now. I mean, Kane is stood trying to screen him, basically. Messi stood in the 10 position. Kane is right in front of him, trying to stop anybody passing into Messi's feet.
He is. He's a man marking one captain to another, but then the ball drops to Enzo Fernandez, who goes for goal. The second time he's had an effort from outside the box, and actually the one in the first half got a lot closer, because this one on the angle goes quite a long way over in the end.
Yeah, it's not his best effort. That is, he hit one much closer in the first half from a similar position and got a corner. Well, he was looking for a corner from it. He doesn't get anything for this, though. It was just up and under, really.
Yeah, interesting that we're now getting the official VAR offside replay just to confirm how nowhere near an offside it was. Anthony Gordon's probably got 2 or 3 yards. It's interesting actually that they're showing us that, because Morgan Rogers was a lot closer to being offside when he went for the initial cross. But the ball now played back by Molina towards goalkeeper Emi Martinez. Goes square to Lisandro Martinez. He had enough time to get that ball out towards Tagliafico, and England just chasing shadows now. But they won't mind that. They'll know that if England can see it out to the drinks break with the 1-0 lead, perhaps it gives Thomas Tuchel a bit of time to try and rethink things, maybe make a substitution as well. But for the time being, Argentina are on the charge. As I said, they certainly have stepped it up since conceding. Messi now from a long way out dances away from Bellingham, gets away from Anderson, plays a quick 1-2, wants the ball back from Alvarez. It's cleared, but only to the edge of the area. There's Enzo Fernandez. Tagliafico back into midfield now. Lisandro Martinez finding Alexis McAllister, well marshalled by Bellingham. It's back over on that left-hand side. Alvarez now back to Paredes. Messi into McAllister, heavy touch there from the Liverpool man. He's dispossessed by Elliot Anderson. The ball cleared back into midfield, but it's dropping straight to Molina. Argentina coming straight back again here now with Romero towards McAllister. Messi in towards McAllister again. Space down the right hand side here now for Molina. He goes back into the middle now with Paredes. One way and then the other. Paredes then going square. It's with Lisandro Martinez at the edge of the area. Alvarez trying to turn away. Good block there though from Reece James, and a decent clearance from Reece James, finding touch. Well, I was almost going to use a rugby expression that he was finding touch, but it doesn't go out. It's just out. It's just kept in play here. Argentina coming straight back again.
Yeah, England holding a good defensive shape there, and not getting distracted by Messi's runs in behind. So Messi was happy to just go in behind and stand offside, almost to try and distract the England back four, but they weren't. They weren't losing their focus there. They stayed true to the jobs, and they've managed to break out of defence now.
Well, they have, and Kane holds it up and then spots a run of Morgan Rogers down the right hand side. The pass to Rogers though was more hopeful than direct. It was always going to be Lisandro Martinez who was favourite to get there first, and he's able to nod it back towards goalkeeper Emi Martinez, and Argentina start again in midfield here down the right hand side. Meanwhile, I can tell you that Argentina are preparing to make their first substitution. And looking down at the squad, it looks like it's going to be Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez is the first one to come on. Argentina had actually played on there, whereas I think the referee had spotted the change, and we're actually going to have the change now.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll take off Giuliano Simeone here, who's not been as effective as perhaps Scaloni would have hoped for.
Paredes is
Leandro Paredes going off. Well, he has been one of their better players.
I'm very surprised. I have to say, if I had to pick midfielders and forwards on the field that Argentina might have swapped for Nico Gonzalez to come on, then Paredes would have been the last player. I think he's been their busiest midfielder. Surely. Yeah,
but maybe he's thinking, we need to go for a goal. Paredes hasn't got a great goal scoring record. He's perhaps just going a bit more offensive. But
no, that's true. I mean, the three in midfield, Simeone, McAllister and Fernandes, that have been left, the three starters, they are, I suppose you would say, they are all more attack-minded than Leandro Paredes is. And straight away Argentina are on the attack down the right hand side here with Simeone back into Enzo Fernandez. 2 yards out from goal. McAllister playing it back to Fernandez, going square to Lisandro Martinez. Alvarez has just dropped a little bit deeper as well. Now with Messi. Messi clips the ball in towards the left-hand side. It's a good ball as well. That's a really important header away from John Stones. 2 Argentina players waiting at the edge of the box, and then a clearance there from Declan Rice. And that deflects off Alexis McAllister and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Gonzalez involved there, creeping up on the far side beyond Reece James, heads it back into the 6-yard box, but John Stones read his intentions really well and just stuck his head up there in front of Tagliafico. Fantastic defensive instincts there from John Stones to keep England in front.
Absolutely, and England now with a chance just to try and hold on to the ball, but immediately they take a short goal kick. I just wonder whether, I suppose, going with the odds, if they would take, the thing is that they take a short goal kick, but then 3 passes later, Pickford's clearing it long anyway, and on this occasion, England don't keep the ball. It's cleared back into the England half. He gets there just ahead of Simeone, then confidently turns away from Giuliano Simeone to find a pass towards Jude Bellingham. It's with Jed Spence now down the left-hand side in towards Harry Kane. Kane then trying a diagonal ball. It's an excellent diagonal ball as well to pick out Reece James. He takes it down on the chest, and there's a follow-up here from Rice. Rice goes for goal. It was the wrong option, I think, from such a long way out. Easy save in the end there for Martinez when the pass was on, but then Martinez's throw has been lost by Enzo Fernandez. He's now feigning injury to hope the referee's going to stop play, but it's not going to happen. England play on. Kane goes for goal. His effort is charged down, and Martinez pounces on it.
Yeah, it's taking Leandro Paredes off like that, he may think he's done the right thing by going more offensive, but there's going to be situations in transition where England will really get at this Argentina back four, and to not have Paredes sat in front of it looks like Fernandez is taking that role now. For me, he's not a 6. He's a good 8. He could play 10 on occasion, but for me, he's not a holding midfielder, and he will get caught out of position, and Paredes wouldn't have done.
No, he wouldn't. I think that's absolutely true. But Messi now, what a run this is, and he spots the run of Gonzalez. Gonzalez's ball into the box is miscued by Declan Rice. I think he had more time than what he thought there, and in the end he just hooks it anywhere, and it's out for a corner kick. So England's still really feeling the pressure. We've got at least another minute before the referee would be considering the hydration break, so England have certainly got to see out this corner kick before they can think about any kind of tactical changes.
Yeah, they looked a bit shaky defending corners and set piece, didn't they, against Norway in that quarter final. Like I say, Argentina have scored the most corners in this World Cup with 4. Messi has obviously been taking most of those corners as well, and he's the one that's gone over to take this one.
And it's an out-swinging corner. It's a direct one rather than a short one this time. It's headed down by Gahey, then hooked clear by Bellingham. It's chased all the way here by Gordon, but the last man back for Argentina, then Nahuel Molina is able to mop up, and Argentina come again here now. Ball over towards the right here for Simeone. He plays it down the right channel. It's Tagliafico with the cross. Anderson is there. He deflects it out, and it's another corner for Argentina.
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure on, aren't they? But these crosses that are going into the England penalty area, these balls, they're being defended by some really disciplined play from England. Anderson didn't lose his man there, didn't panic in that situation, just got the block in, and it's another corner.
Well, the corner kick to Argentina now on the right-hand side. We saw Messi doing an out-swinging ball into the box. Now it's the same. It's an in-swinger into that 6-yard box. Pickford is there. It's a real scramble of players before eventually Anthony Gordon clears it up to the halfway line. Once again, Molina, last man back for Argentina, keeps the ball alive for the Argentines, and he finds Messi here on the right-hand side. Messi's ball. It's a good one. Oh, what a save by Pickford. He has to get down low and save that, and then Jed Spence is fouled by... that's a clumsy challenge in the end there from Christian Romero. That will be a free kick to England, but more importantly, it's a hydration break. But what a save this is from Pickford.
Yeah, Nico Gonzalez gets in front of Mark Gay. It's a very good header. He's really testing Pickford there. Gets down low to his right hand side, just scoops it out, and he scoops it out into a safe area as well. So that is a real key moment in the game. And England have had two brilliant defensive interventions since they've taken the lead in this game, and that's got them to the hydration break with this 1-0 lead.
It has, and so we've seen Argentina making the one change. Nico Gonzalez coming on for Leandro Paredes. We did see Ezri Konsa. I don't know if that was just Ezri Konsa coming back from a bit of stretching and just going back to the bench. I don't know whether there's any suggestion that he might be coming on soon.
Well, will Reece James last 90 minutes? You know, he's not got a great record of doing that.
And I suppose the second question with that is, do we even want to test whether he wants to do it?
Exactly. You'd want it to start the World Cup final, and you're in a position now where you can't really afford to think about that. But if you've got a good backup like Ezri Konsa, a player who's played in that position and will be coming on absolutely fresh, maybe it will soon be time to use him.
Yes, a lot of decisions here for Thomas Tuchel and his coaching staff to have to work out, but whilst we have the hydration break, I'm sure we're going to see a few replays of the goal, but right now they're showing us replays of the...
Jed Spence, as he's chasing his ball, his shorts are coming down.
They are.
His shorts are so loose, and it wasn't as if...
he was being held... In fairness, he was being grabbed by the shorts there by Romero.
Yeah,
so
that's why they're coming down.
What I like about that replay as well is the expression of Mark Gahey's face when he sees Pickford make that save. It's not celebration. It's like you can actually see the relief, thinking, oh, thank goodness that he made that save, because it looked like Gonzalez might have just found the corner there. But Thomas Tuchel using... everything he can there. I think he's got an iPad there just displaying something, and a little tactics board as well. We're trying to get a message out to his players as the time...
I was going to say again, I think this hydration break come at a good time for England, because Argentina really were piling on the pressure there, and it's given Tuchel a chance to get his players regrouped and also maybe just tweak something tactically and get that message out. Very noisy stadium. You've got all kinds going on. You've got the Argentina bench going up for everything right next door. To get that calm now, to get that moment where you can get your instructions to play is absolutely crucial for England.
It is, and the TV director's sort of choice of replay. We've seen 5 replays of Jordan Pickford's save in this hydration break. We've seen 1 replay of Anthony Gordon's goal, so whether or not it's somebody who likes to see goalkeepers make saves, or indeed whether it's somebody who's trying to make the point that England have been fortunate maybe since taking the lead. But Jordan Henderson there, of course,
he's still got his kit on, hasn't he? Although he hasn't got his shin pads on today. I don't know if
no shin pads, and he of course has got his left arm in plaster as well. So as I say, people said that the reason for Henderson going to the World Cup was because he's good in the dressing room, he's good to have around the place. Well, now that's literally all he can do, of course, having got injured in the previous game. But we have now had the hydration break. It is a free kick to England at the edge of the area. There is going to be a change, and it's a very defensive change with Anthony Gordon going off to be replaced by Ezri Konsa. So 3 at the back for England.
No, I think he'll go full back. I think they'll push Reece James into midfield. I don't think they'll go to a back 3. I think back 4 is what you need in this situation.
Well, there's going to be changes aplenty here for Argentina. Otamendi, De Paul, and it looks like Montiel are all going to come on. So these are all very, very, very solid players coming on here for Argentina.
Yeah, he's taking off Lisandro Martinez, who's on a yellow card, and
Simeone
has looked a bit shaky. And he's Simeone, of course. I just don't think he really fits into this team. Although he's tried his best today, he's tried to be an unsettling presence, but I think maybe that time is gone now. They need some quality. Otamendi's a reliable performer. Not much pace though, and this is a game where now the game is stretched. England could test him with that ball over the top.
They certainly could, but as we are over the halfway mark in the game, England 1, Argentina 0. It will be side to take us through to full time.
Ball headed away by the aforementioned Argentina defender, and it's going to be a throw-in just in front of the England dugout to be taken by Jed Spence. Anderson telling him just to calm down, but the referee telling him to hurry up. And he's taken a long time with the ball in his hands. He's got to get rid of it now. Lobs it down the line to Kane. Romero gets a header in. Rice picks up the seconds, but miscontrols, and it goes out for an Argentina throw. Frantic 20 minutes to come in Atlanta, bringing you off-tube studio-based commentary on this World Cup semi-final as England lead Argentina 1-0 with a chance to play Spain on Sunday in a repeat of the Euros final. Argentina, their grip on this World Cup trophy just loosening slightly now as Messi gets the ball between players. Spence's recovery pace is good, and he gets his body in the way and wins a throw-in for England in front of the Argentina bench. Spence again, taking his time, waiting for players to move around. Now he's complaining that he's got something in his eye. I mean, it's not going to wash with this referee for too long. He lobs it down the line to Bellingham. Bellingham, scrappy though, loses out to Fernandes. He tries to grab Fernandes as he goes past him. Plays the ball into Alvarez's feet now. Alvarez gets moving forward for Argentina. He's got Gonzalez trying to make an inside run. Tagliafico on the overlap. It's back to Enzo Fernandez. And now Leandro De Paul goes back to Messi. Messi's got an overlap here from the right-hand side. Cross goes in towards the near post, and McAllister's gone and missed it. And it's away and out for a throw-in. That's the first serious cross from the substitute, Montiel. As he takes a throw-in there, the referee wasn't happy with something. He's going to make him take it again. Gonzalo Montiel lobs it into De Paul. De Paul knocks it back to Romero. England holding that defensive shape now just outside the penalty area. Trying to work out where Ezri Konsa has gone, and I think you might be right. They have gone to a back three, haven't they, with wing backs now. So Spence is essentially the left wing back, James is the right wing back, Konsa is the right centre back, and Stones and Gay have just shifted over a few yards. Ball goes out to the left hand side for the first Argentina substitute, Gonzalez. And now Fernandes plays it wide to the right hand side. Montiel takes a touch, knocks it back to Lionel Messi. Is this to be his World Cup swan song? He's got less than 20 minutes to save his nation one more time. They've gone deep in this tournament, Argentina. They've faced 3 match points already in tennis parlance, where they were down and almost out. Good cross goes to the penalty. Header in, now it's off the post. McAllister's ghosted and he's hit the woodwork from just 6 yards out.
Oh, that's such a good ball. So when England is asleep there, they're just waiting for the next Argentina attack. And once again, Argentina have it back in midfield, and it's out on the right-hand side with De Paul. De Paul into Alvarez's feet. Back he goes to Montiel. Montiel crosses into the penalty area again. Headed up in the air by England. Got to get that second ball. Bellingham does. Knocks it away to Kane. Brilliant control from Kane. He nutmegs Romero, but Argentina have help back there through Montiel again. And it's with Alvarez now, 25 yards out. The space on the right hand side for Montiel again. He's put a few crosses in already, the substitute. Now it goes back to Leandro De Paul. Decent cross, good header, and it's straight at Pickford again. It's once more, it's McAllister. It is McAllister, yeah, and Pickford waiting that split second longer to pick the ball up and accusing McAllister of trying to kick him. That last ball into the box, it happened so quickly. I wasn't sure whether it's Pickford just getting an arm out instinctively, or whether it actually smacked the woodwork. I haven't had a chance to see a replay yet.
Definitely hit the post for me.
But England are absolutely leading a charmed life in front of their own goal right now.
Yeah. Well, you put an extra centre-back on, you think you'd have more aerial prowess to deal with that, but sometimes too many cooks spoil the broth and they're just not picking up. McAllister has made a run from deep. The 3 centre-backs are in a line. He's come from deep, he's attacking the ball, he's got in there between centre-backs, and he's rattled the woodwork.
He certainly has. I mean, it was such a good ball in. It is the crossing, and as soon as we saw that De Paul was coming on, we knew that was going to be an improvement for Argentina on that right-hand side, and already we can see that it is. Yeah, Argentina dominating possession now. They've got England really pinned back. It's Messi on that right-hand side, coming in on his left foot, looking for a 1-2 with De Paul. He feeds Montiel again now, and then he goes for that shallow position, looking for the crossing position again. He's fed 2 great balls in already. He's only been on the pitch 5 minutes. Back with Enzo Fernandez. Sprays it across to Messi, centre of the pitch. Messi's ball in behind, looking for the run of the full-back. It's across goal, and it's wide. He's headed it wide, and he can't believe it, Molina. He's ghosted in. Or is it Gonzalez again who's ghosted in? He's put it wide. He's made such a change. Actually, with all of that, it turns out that there was a late offside call as well. But England are just inviting this pressure. And it just goes to show what, I mean, there's barely anything in that anyway in terms of the offside. But barring that, I mean, it was a nice idea to try and head that across goal. And England have got to try and do something to stop this possession further up the field if they can. Yeah, they've got to get hold of the ball and keep it. As Pickford now takes the goal kick. As it's launched up towards Kane. Kane trying to get away from Montiel. It's gone over his head and Romero picks it up. There's a real noise inside the stadium in Atlanta now, and it's coming from the Argentina fans. They believe. They've seen this before, of course. Remember, they were 2-0 down with about 15 minutes to go against Egypt. They won that game. Ball in behind. England in struggling again as good scooping clearance from from Konsa puts it up in the air, and he goes out for an Argentina throw. They were almost in trouble against Cape Verde in the round of 32 as well, when they were taken to extra time, 2-2 in that game.
They really have gone deep in this tournament. Messi now trying to do it once more, but he's lost that to Morgan Rogers, and he drives forward on the counter-attack. England have got bodies here. Kane trying to get up with Rogers. Only 3 Argentina defenders back now. Bellingham joins him as well. Rogers goes for goal, and it's blocked by the first defender there. Molina comes back to the halfway line. Anderson picks it up, but he's a bit isolated. Tries to knock it down the line, only to De Paul. Montiel, little nutmeg there on Rogers. And De Paul gets away from him. The substitutes have not only added a bit of quality, but a lot of energy to this Argentina
side. They have,
side.
and you mentioned energy. I just wonder whether Anderson's run his race, because that was a really lazy ball he just played down the left-hand side. Gave it away to Argentina when he could have actually held on to it and tried to keep England in possession. But here come Argentina again.
Yeah, coming down the right. It's been a real source of joy for them with Montiel, who knocks it back to Messi. Messi on his left foot. Sideways pass. Fernandes leaves it for Messi. And now Tagliafico, 25, maybe 30 yards out. Argentina just knocking it from one side to the other. Now Messi gets it. Can he penetrate? Plays it into the feet of Molina. Still with Messi now. Faced up by Kane. Kane trying to get some pressure on Messi. He's forced him backwards there. It's a slight errant pass from the World Cup winner and Golden Ball winner from the last tournament. And it goes back to Martinez now. They had to lose a bit of momentum there because of Kane's pressure on Messi. But it's going to come back England's way through Alexi McAllister. Liverpool midfielder sends it sideways to Julian Alvarez. Alvarez now tiptoeing towards the England penalty area. No pressure from Rice. He just curls a pass out to Montiel again. He knocks it inside to De Paul. This is where they've sent in 2 good crosses from. It goes back now to Fernandes. He thought about the cross, plays it in short to Messi. Messi's got Anderson all over his back. And Anderson's doing a cracking job of stopping Messi from doing anything there. It's still with Argentina though. Tagliafico weighs up across, puts it into the penalty area. It's headed away by Gay, and then a chance of an overhead kick, and a brilliant defensive header from Anderson. Gets it out before the overhead kick was unfurled by Fernandes.
And there's actually a free kick for England just at the edge of the area, but Argentina felt that there was nothing wrong with the overhead, but they're making another change now, and it's an attacking change because Tagliafico is going off, and Leandro Martinez coming on to replace him. Lisandro Martinez, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Scaloni's throwing the kitchen sink at this, and he really has to. Argentina, the defending champions, are a goal down to England in Atlanta with less than 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
So Lautaro Martinez now coming on.
And it looks like Reece James' race has run as well, whether he's got the signal from the bench there to go down and waste a bit of time, but maybe it's time to get out of that back three because it just doesn't seem to be working for England. They need an outlet, and they don't need to have too many centre-backs there when they're still letting headers go in towards their own goal.
Well, this is it. I mean, England have gone to a more defensive formation, a more defensive setup, and they're actually looking more prone to conceding a goal. And I know that's often very much the case when you sit back, but the idea is they've got to try and make sure that they're just being a little bit tighter in midfield. But England are going to think about this change. I think that Reece James is going to go off, and it's going to be Nico O'Reilly to come on.
Yeah, so they'll stay in the same formation. Jed Spence will swap flanks. Dan Burns coming on as well for a bit of extra aerial prowess. So he's going to go with 6 defenders on the pitch now.
Who's Burn going to go on for then?
I have no idea.
What's Thomas Tuchel thinking here? Well, the 24.
Maybe John Stones.
Is it a like-for-like swap? Dan Burn is on. We can see that Declan Rice is going off as well.
Okay. So how England are going to line up now, if they're not going to go with 6 at the back, I do not know.
So it's going to be a back 4 and then wing-backs as well based on this. But yeah, confirmation that Rice and James are off.
O'Reilly can play in midfield.
Yes, that is true.
And maybe he will, but 5-4-1, he's just made that signal. So he's just come on and said it's 5-4-1. O'Reilly's going to play in midfield then. But yes, I mean, it worked against Mexico, didn't it? Going with they were a man down against Mexico. You know, they had to just go into that protective shell. I don't know if they do have to do that here. You know, they've got to offer something on the counter-attack.
They do, and despite Mexico being a host, the nation, and playing at their own stadium, Argentina do offer more of a threat than Mexico did.
Well, Argentina start afresh with Enzo Fernandez carrying the ball into England territory. England in that defensive shape now, with Kane the only forward player. It's with Alvarez, who curls a pass out to Messi on the chest down the right-hand side, knocks it back infield to De Paul. Romero playing as an auxiliary centre-forward now, the Tottenham defender, as the ball's played out wide to the left-hand side. Molina into Fernandez's feet. England got plenty of bodies back. Dan Burn seems to be marking Romero. Now a shot comes in from a long way out. It's blocked by Nico O'Reilly. He's going to chase after this one himself. He'd probably get there before Messi, and he's somehow got a touch on that. But it's gone back into Argentina's possession with Molina. 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Argentina running out of time here, but looking threatening. Down the left-hand side they come again. Gonzalez, back to Tagliafico. Now De Paul in 10 yards of space. The England players come out to meet him, but he's already passed it off to Messi. Messi goes for goal with a curler towards the far post, but it's well wide.
Yeah, it's one of those where not quite enough curl for it to be a dangerous shot, but also a little bit too close to goal to actually be an effective cross. So in the end, it just sails out, being neither really. There's still plenty of time, but we only had 3 minutes added on to the first half. Something tells me that we're probably going to have something like 7 or 8 minutes added to the second half.
Long ball forward from England. It's towards Nico O'Reilly. Goes up in an aerial challenge with the fullback Montiel, and it goes out off him for an Argentina throw. And again, Argentina charging forward now with Molina bringing the ball and finding Gonzalez on the left wing. He's up against Consa. Knocks it back to Alvarez. 25 yards out. Fernandez thinks about the shot, strikes it pretty well. It's tipped over the bar by Pickford.
Very good save there by Pickford. It's going down the middle, so I would always expect Pickford to be able to watch the flight of this and make sure that he's tipping it over the bar. But there's a bit of rotation on that ball. It is dipping. It might just be going over the bar, but Pickford can't take the chance, and it's a good one-handed save. Just
keeps England pinned in now with this corner taken short by Messi to De Paul, who will give it straight back to the Inter Miami man. He's dribbling up against Jed Spence. Into the penalty area he goes, onto his left foot. Slides it across here. Could be a shot coming in from range. It's not far away. It's a fantastic hit from Enzo Fernandez. And Argentina have equalised. He had his warning moments ago. Well, England had their warning, but Fernandez has come up trumps it, and it's one apiece.
It is one apiece, and England have been penned back inside their own half for most of this. Ever since they've taken the lead, they've been inviting the pressure. They've just not been able to withstand it.
Yeah, England weren't ready for the short corner, were they? They'll look back at that and say, why have they got a 2-on-1 when we've got 5 in defence? I know it's a set-piece situation, but they've been able to take a short corner and work that into a position where, all right, it's a great strike from Fernandez, but look, England got 1 man, Argentina got 2. The rest of them, they're not ready for it. They're not ready for the short corner.
They're not ready for the short corner. The camera does freeze. I don't think Messi's offside when that ball is played to him. And then after that, of course, nobody can be offside when Fernandez strikes this one. It's a glorious hit, but he shouldn't be given that space to do that.
Yeah. Nobody comes out to him, not in time anyway. Jude Bellingham threw himself at it, but the ball was beyond him and beyond Pickford as well. It's a really clever goal from Argentina. They've deserved it as well these last few minutes. They've been by far the better team. They've stepped it up several gears. I guess that's what champions do.
Well, no, they have. I mean, they knew what they had to do. And the referee, not quite sure what the referee is doing there. I think he may have just been telling England that if there was anything to be checked, it has been checked, and there's nothing doing. And we are now going to be resuming play with, as I said, the question now, of course, is England are completely in defensive mode.
And Argentina are completely in attacking mode.
So is this now a case where Argentina are going to try and get this done in 90 minutes?
Well, they might as well. I mean, I'm thinking Champions League final 1999, Sir Alex Ferguson chatting to Steve McLaren. McLaren saying, let's get the defenders on now. He's saying, no, let's just leave it. And I think Argentina are probably going to do that now because they can sense, and they've done it before in this tournament, they've scored very late goals, they can sense England are there for the taking.
No, they can, and now what are England going to do? They've kicked off, it's gone back to Pickford, and he now sends this long towards Kane. Yeah,
ball's headed away by Romero. Comes back to Molina into Alvarez's feet. Alvarez very deep here for Argentina. Got all the momentum now. Romero looks very tired there. He's just down on his haunches as the ball's passed beyond him. Goes into De Paul. England still sitting in what looks like a very negative 4-5-1 or 5-4-1 even as it goes out wide to Gonzalez. His pass is well read by Gay, who gets a challenge in. It falls to Alvarez. 40 yards out. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Still plenty of time for one or other of these teams to win this game without it going to extra time or, heaven forbid, penalties. De Paul knocks it sideways. Played out wide to Gonzalez. And has Messi got one last bit of magic in him? Well, he's got the ball now out on the right-hand side. Going up against Nico O'Reilly. Gets his cross in. Decent ball into the back post. Headed away by Stones. Ball doesn't leave the penalty area. Now it does via Bellingham. Stones has stayed down there and the referee is ignoring him. He's playing everybody on side, so the referee now has to stop the game for what he perceives to be a head injury.
Yeah, Stones is saying that he has a head injury and the referee is now going to be letting the physios come on to check that. Stones seems to be in some discomfort there as well.
The referee's got Argentina players all around him now. Otamendi, De Paul and Montiel. He's saying it's a head injury, I've got to stop the game. Argentina weren't happy with that situation though, because they had all the momentum and England have checked it now.
Well, they have, and we could see a slightly more frustrated Mick Jagger there in the stands. He won't be too happy with what he's seeing now, and John Stones looks in a bad way there.
Well, I think his head was a little bit shaken up there by the header, but I think he'll be all right to carry on.
Yeah, I think so. But now, I mean, there is going to be a bit of time added on to the end of this second half, of course, and you can see Argentina are absolutely up for it now.
Yeah, just seeing another replay of that shot from Enzo Fernandez. England didn't cover their short corner at all well and didn't get out to Fernandez when he was clearly lining up the shot. Pickford reacted a little bit late as well. Maybe he didn't see it till late. He just made a couple of cracking saves as well. Fernandez milking his moment. He's the reigning young player of the tournament from 2022. Now a full regular in this Argentina side. He was just breaking into the team 4 years ago. Now he's the heartbeat of it, and he's got the equalising goal in the semi-final.
He has, and he's been an excellent player for Argentina this evening, whereas Messi perhaps a little bit more of a cameo on that right-hand side, ghosting in, but Fernandez really has been leading that midfield.
So, referee's about to restart the game. All the noise inside the Atlanta Stadium is being made by the Argentina fans. England are, we're just seeing shots of the England fans and they are head in hands. They have just seen a number go up, which I don't think they're going to like. It's 9 minutes of additional time to be played.
Yeah, well, we thought there'd be quite a bit. I mean, in actual fact, the 3 minutes we got in the first half was probably a little bit short-changed because there were a couple of stoppages as well as the hydration break, whereas I'm not really sure that we've had 9 minutes lost in this second half, but I suppose overall in the two halves, about 12 minutes, I suppose, is about right. And a long time here for England to hang on. And it does look as though England, it's almost as if England are playing with 10 men here trying to hang on for the draw when Argentina absolutely still believe they can win it.
Yeah, Argentina definitely pushing for that winner now as De Paul feeds it out to the right for Messi. Up against Nico O'Reilly again. Feeds it between defenders, looking for a 1-2, but England have smuggled it away. Spencer's clearance not great, but it falls kindly to Kane. He now feeds Bellingham. He tries to run it past the defender. He's gone past De Paul. He's dragging his team forward here, but he's just been crowded out. There were 3 Argentina defenders chasing Bellingham there. No England player within 15 yards of him.
No, this is it. England have gone completely into the defensive mode of winning the game 1-0. Now that Argentina have equalised, all England can do is defend the draw, but Argentina pushing forward again.
This is the sort of stuff that Gareth Southgate used to get pilloried for. It's now Thomas Tuchel who's gone into complete defensive mode. There's a chance here for McAllister, edge of the box. He pulls the trigger and he's hit the post for a second time. England are totally hanging on now. And McAllister must feel as though what he's done wrong.
I mean, he's that's twice hit the woodwork, but Messi's still keeping the move alive down the right.
Yeah, Messi crosses to the back post. Could be a header and it's in. Argentina have turned it round. England have been asking for this. They've been asking it for about 15 minutes, and Argentina have done it again. They lead in stoppage time through Lautaro Martinez.
Well, this is a case of the substitutions, the managers reacting, responding, and the players responding. Argentina absolutely loving this. Look at these players. They are absolutely delighted. There's a lot of Argentina fans in that corner where they're celebrating. And as soon as we saw there was a lot of injury time, we were both worried. As soon as Argentina started going for it, and they said that great goal from Fernandez, and it is going to go down as another missed opportunity for England because this Argentina side were there for the taking, but we've just played into their hands as McAllister. I mean, such a great strike from McAllister. That deserves to go in. It's an excellent challenge from Spence, but because there are no England players outside the box, there's nobody to take that ball on. Messi then wins it back for Argentina. A weaker right-footed cross, and Lautaro Martinez, I mean, he's got a whole postcode to himself there to get that header in.
Yeah, simple header from Martinez, and Messi does come up with the assist there. That draws him level now with Kylian Mbappe. 8 goals apiece, 3 assists apiece in this World Cup, and you knew he had to have some kind of say in the match, and it's taken him until the 91st minute to do it.
Better late than never, though. I mean, as I say, the Argentina fans, the footballing public outside of England, they won't care. All they'll say is that the great man has turned up and got Argentina over the line with a weaker right-footed cross right onto the head of the substitute. But I think Scaloni's got to take a lot of praise here because his substitutions have worked like a dream.
Yeah. What will Thomas Tuchel have to say for himself after this game? He said he wasn't happy with the performance, but he liked the mentality after the Norway win. I guess there might be a few harsh words said in that dressing room and probably in the media as well, the way things have gone.
Well, absolutely. I mean, Tuchel, of course, extended his time with England even before the World Cup. Initially, it was always spoken about the big foreign name coming in to win that one tournament, and then we move on. But now, of course, they do want a bit of a more long-term thing with Thomas Tuchel. But it's a difficult one, I think. The way that England have. It's almost like it's a trap. It's not as if England are the only team that do this, whether it's an international or club football. But it is so frustrating that it's just that mindset of we've scored, let's defend until the end. And as soon as Argentina scored the first, you just fear that they could score a second.
Long ball forward from Pickford. There is still time here for England to somehow pull the fat out of the fire. As Kane takes the ball down the right-hand channel, 3 or 4 white shirts to aim for in the box. His cross is blocked, and he goes out for a throw-in on the far side. England have got to go from defensive mindset to attack mode now, and it's got to be all-out attack because time is running out. Konsa's going to take his throw-in. 5 yards away from the corner flag. It's lobbed into the penalty area, headed away by Argentina. Drops on the edge. Fed forward there by Anderson. Konsa keeps it in, and he wins another throw-in. Argentina will be happy to keep England to long throws in this remaining 5 minutes of stoppage time. As England are now going to throw on Ivan Toney and Marcus Rashford. A bit too late?
It is too late. I mean, as I say, I don't blame them for doing it now because they want to get a go back. Here comes the long throw.
Yeah, it's headed away by Argentina again. Now it's time for England to hold siege as they hold the Argentinians to siege. As another cross from Konsa is blocked away for a throw-in. Argentina are pointing and waving and getting their players in position here, but they're not doing it with any element of panic. Rodrigo de Paul has been booked for saying something to the referee or doing something at the kickoff, I think. That's now been confirmed. So the 2 changes that Tuchel will make here is last rolls of the dice. And Marcus Rashford and Ivan Toney coming on. And he's taking John Stones off. And I didn't see the other number.
I think it was... just wait and see. I'm trying to... It's actually Jed Spence who's... arguably England's best player this season.
Yeah, I think he's been looking very tired in the last few minutes and didn't get out to Messi, did he, for that cross that Martinez scored from.
He won the initial ball, but then there was no one he could then get up in time to do it, but England have taken a throw. Yeah,
as it's played wide to the right-hand side. Konsa gets a cross in towards the near post. Not a good delivery, and it's headed away by Argentina. Every time they clear their box, there's a few more seconds taken off the clock. The Argentina fans are all smiles in the stadium now as the shots of the England fans looking very pensive are on the big screens. Just a few minutes left to keep their dream alive, England, and force extra time. Toney gets his first touch, knocks it back to Konsa. Argentina trying to press here as the ball's played back to Pickford. Pickford hits it long, looking for Kane, trying to win the flick on. He's flicked it on towards Toney. It's booted away by the Argentina defence. Gathered now by Rodgers. Rodgers puts a cross in the box from a rather flat trajectory. It's headed away. England will have to run hard here, and it's Rashford who retrieves it down by the touchline. Time running out, goes back to Pickford. Argentina won't mind, I don't think, having to defend the box like this. Ball up towards Dan Burn, who tries to win the header. It's cleared by Alvarez, though. Just hooks it clear. Now England will try again through Rodgers. Got 3 men round him. He's being held as well, but manages to pass it off. Referee just allowing play on here. Argentina doing everything they can to put England off. It goes back to Pickford, who again launches long, looking for Kane. It's overhit this one. It's going to go all the way through to Martinez, and he will gather. And now he'll go down holding an imaginary injury.
Yes, it's a thigh problem there for Emi Martinez. A thigh problem that you only get when you're 2-1 up in injury time. Never happens when you're 1-0 down in injury time, of course. But the long ball now easily claimed by the goalkeeper, who then boots it long.
Yeah, Martinez hits this one long into England's
that was like a touch finder at rugby, wasn't it? Really getting that into the corner there. As we can see, Argentina fans looking a lot more buoyant than what they were 15-20 minutes ago. But credit to their players, because Argentina have done a job on England since they conceded.
Pickford's long ball forward is headed away by Romero. I've not seen Romero have as good a game as this, certainly not for Tottenham Hotspur, as now Gay finds Kane. Kane trying to glide through midfield, gets a pass out to the right side. Can the tired legs of Rodgers get there? The answer is no. And it goes out for an Argentina throw, and that is not exactly what England wanted.
No, not at all, and it's a very frustrating end to this tournament. I think the real frustration is that you made the point really well that the criticism we had of England's style under Southgate is exactly the same reason that we're losing this game this evening.
As ball's headed forward by Anderson, it's cleared by Romero. Anderson again, who's been excellent tonight. Now, good towering header as well, comes in from Otamendi. The ball's pumped back over his head towards Rashford, who's going to try and take his man on here. Rashford goes round the back. Has he run out of pitch? No, he's got the ball into the penalty area, but it's again well defended near post by Romero. De Paul plays it out now to Messi. Can he waste some time with a free kick? He just dances round O'Reilly like he's fresh as a daisy. Anderson again with a good challenge, and then Messi goes down under a foul from Bellingham. Free kick, and they're almost here. They're almost home now, aren't they?
They are, yeah, and now Bellingham standing over Messi, maybe saying something to him. The Argentina players taking its exception to that. It's, of course, playing into their hands because it just allows them to kill a few more seconds. Yeah,
certainly Messi has not been at his best tonight, but he's influenced the game in the correct manner. He's produced the key moment for the winning goal. Jude Bellingham, I'm afraid, hasn't been able to impose himself on the game in any way that he would have wanted to. Referees telling Argentina to get on with this, get on with a free kick, but the 9 minutes of additional time have been played, so England are really now looking for snookers.
Well, they are. I mean, there'll be a little bit more time added because, of course, we've had a goal in injury time. We've had a couple of substitutions. We've had this injury now to Messi. But, I mean, we're at 99.5 minutes now. I can't imagine us getting more than 90 seconds here.
Long ball forward from Martinez. Deep into England territory. As it goes out for a throw-in off the boot of their winning goal scorer, Lautaro Martinez. England going to get it back to Pickford and launch it long, which they'll do now. Pickford takes a touch. Oh, he almost took too long there. Messi was pressing him. Where's he found that energy from? Now England have got down the sides, but they've lost it now to a great run from Molina, who sets up Messi. Messi's taking it to the corner flag, though. He's got no thought to going for goal. They're doing the professional thing, and he's going to really frustrate England now. England got two men on him. He's not going to get that free kick, though. Boots it clear by Anderson.
He wanted that free kick there, Messi, but I think he was just being hopeful. The long ball there will be chased by Dan Burn, who's playing as an emergency striker now.
Yeah, they've stuck Dan Burn up front. I'm not sure he ever envisaged himself playing up front for England, but
in a World Cup semi-final,
needs must. And now he's got to win the header because Anderson's going to pump it long in the direction of the Argentina penalty area. Burn goes up, headed clear by Argentina. They pick up the second ball as well, fantastically well through Fernandez, and he just clears it into the stands. They're appealing to the referee to blow the whistle, but he's not going to do it just yet.
No, I mean, I can't think that England have got more than 30 seconds left in this game now. The referee telling England to play on.
Throw in to be taken. Conser lobs it in down the line. Dan Burn trying to do his bit as a striker. Messi trying to challenge with Anderson. Referee checks his watch again. This is going to be the last throw of the dice. Jordan Pickford carries it to the halfway line. Can he get some accuracy on this punt forward? He chips it up into the penalty area. It's too long again. Martinez has come and he's dropped it. And the referee's given a free kick. He's going to free kick to Argentina, and that will seal it. It's Argentina who will be back in the World Cup final on Sunday. The referee hasn't blown the whistle just yet, but I don't think England have got anything left there.
No, there won't be much more time. We've had 2.5 minutes over the 9 we should have had. It's a free kick to Argentina. By the time Martinez takes this, it will just be too late. England just haven't had enough time, having conceded that late winner from Lautaro Martinez.
England 1, Argentina 2. England led through Anthony Gordon's goal after half-time. Argentina responded superbly. They could have equalised in a couple of minutes, and when they did get level, there was only one winner, and it is Argentina who win. They've beaten England 2-1 without the need for extra time in this semi-final. It'll be Argentina who will go back to the World Cup final on Sunday, and there they will play Spain. It's the European champions versus the South American champions, and it should be an absolute cracker. Many regrets for England, I'm sure, and I'm sure we're going to get lots of recriminations in the media and after the game as well. But Argentina, it was pure celebrations, and it'll be Argentina versus Spain in New York, New Jersey on Sunday evening. From us this evening, good night.